MGT listeners, it's your girl Tori Blue.
Your boy TyMillz.
And you're listening to the Midday Takeover. And we proposed a question before we went to break. Battle of the baddest reality stars. Our first battle was Hoops versus Jocelyn Hernandez, aka Jose, who's bad. We got most people are saying Jocelyn. You got one for Hoops.
I got mostly Jocelyn's. People like my point of view of her letting you getting in with your side chicks.
Nobody cares about that.
People love that.
People are just going for what's most popular now. They probably don't even remember who
Guys
Hoops
love
is.
that. They know who Hoops is. She's dating Shaq.
Not anymore. They broke up.
Nah, they didn't break up.
How do you know?
She tweeted it.
So you follow her on Twitter?
I follow Shaq is my homie, but yeah. Nah, somebody told me, like I seen it yesterday that she tweeted that her and Shaq is still together. She don't know who's spreading these evil lies.
Oh, okay. Well, I was wrong. Or she could be lying. We'll never know. We'll probably know soon enough. But anyway, right now Jocelyn is winning, so whoop, 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 Jose.
Yes.
Nice guys didn't finish last.
Let's go. Hope she got some more friends.
Ooh, Jose?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to get into the next battle. It's going to be Jocelyn versus... Now, some of these people we got on our list ain't going to take her out the game, so we'll go ahead and try, though. Let's do Jocelyn and put that broad up against... Who you think? Danger?
Oh,
because you talking about the reason that Jocelyn, she smashed the homie.
She smashed the homie.
So we gonna do Jocelyn versus Danger. I'm gonna have to roll with who's the baddest. I gotta go Danger. I think she's way more beautiful than Jocelyn.
Oh yeah,
Crazy
when it comes to pretty and craziness, she's out there. She's out there. I would say Danger's turned up. Didn't she get pregnant by Nick Cannon's brother?
I do.
Gabriel Cannon.
I remember hearing that. You know his name and everything.
She in love with the game.
She loving the crew.
She loved hip hop.
That should be a new show title. She love hip hop.
She love hip hop.
And it just be like all the groupies, all the jump offs, all the sidelines.
That would be the show. We need to talk to Mona today.
Right, Mona. Get him.
Mona, we need to holler at you.
Because you know she'll put all your business on blast.
Oh, yeah.
And then host the reunion show. When she asks, how did it go?
Oh, wait,
I set all y'all up together.
I know y'all just fought and y'all kind of mad because he said something about your mother. And called
I was there when she was butt naked.
Yeah, I was there.
Taking the pregnancy
I seen her get naked. Because I was the friend that Stevie was having sex with on the bed. I'm telling y'all, she's pregnant.
Like, okay,
Stevie nutted at me too. He's like, man, Brona.
He's doing the most, y'all.
He is.
That is Mona though. Like and then she looks so old and mature. It's like, how can you be so messy, but you're so like refined looking?
Mona like thugs. I ain't one.
Mona probably is a thug.
Mona is about that
Obviously,
life.
Mona is a thug.
You ain't about that life if you ain't down with Mona the bro. Mona the bro about that life.
Oh, I would love to, to meet Mona though. I would love to interview Mona and ask her, how do you do it? How do you get these people to exploit themselves? You know who she couldn't get though? Chrissy. Chrissy was not having it.
What do you mean?
Chrissy said she specifically told Mona when she was going through the beef with Yandy, do not put me in a room with Yandy because it's gonna get ugly. She said that same night she was told she had to go to the club. It was part of what she had to do, and Yandy was there. So that's why she stopped messing with Mona. She said, because you set stuff up. I told you don't put me in a room with her, and you deliberately did it the same night.
Yeah, what do you think this is? You signed up to be exploited. This is not about what you want. This is about what we're trying to paint this picture to sell these commercials between this stuff and
But you can't do that with everybody. And then Samaya's story wasn't good enough, so Mona didn't show her story.
So at the end of the day, Mona still won because now she owns that. She owns the rights to that show. She owns the rights to their spin-off show, and she got Love and Hip Hop now, the #1 show out. So
Mona is winning.
Mona's winning.
Dang. Who's winning more, Mona or the sidelines? Like, is Shawnee, Mona, Kris Jenner, are they winning? Or are the groupies in the sidelines and the
Moni
jump offs?
Moni and Shaq wife is winning. Them two women are winning. They were two women that was like, okay, I'm done with the BS.
Right. Because Mona makes herself look like, you know, a very classy lady.
Yes, we're not going to be doing that right now. We're trying to portray a very...
Hold that thought. We're going to have to come back until next week. Mona, you and Shawnee. Hold on, okay. But anyway, what our battles? So up next we got Jocelyn versus Danger. Call in or Facebook, Twitter, let us know who you think. 770-257-9728. In the meantime, let's get into a little bit of juice that we have going on around here. We're
gonna talk about that pasta.
Yeah, you go ahead, get into that.
We're gonna talk about that pasta.
Get into that pasta.
Atlanta pastas are crazy. You know, we had who was that a while ago? The Eddie Long. He was sleeping with the boys.
Yeah.
He's messing with the little church members and stuff. Now we got this other Pastor Craig Evans or something like that. I'm about to find this man's name. He's out here giving women that monster.
I didn't know the monster was AIDS either. Yeah. I thought that was just
Pastor Craig Lamar Davis out here giving women that monster. And then he ain't even like, when their women are coming back like, yo, what's up? I'm sick. He meeting these chicks off of Facebook, and then they coming back like, yo, I'm sick. He like, you sick, baby? You know, you should go get tested and come to me for counseling, because we're gonna put it in the Lord's hands. After you just put it in my hand and I infected you with it, we're gonna put it in his hands and see what he do for you.
God is gonna find a way. If I put this on you,
I'm gonna put this on you.
He's gonna take it off you.
Miss Parker.
That's exactly. Atlanta, what is wrong with us? Why are our pastors the one that's always getting put out there? And no, this is not local news. It's not like we're getting this from, you know, Channel 5 or somewhere that's a local station, whoever. This is stuff that's going on around the country. What is up with Atlanta's pastors? I know this is the download city, but god dang, I mean, like
they're selling.
We don't have this stuff in Detroit.
They're selling salvation. That's what happened when you have mega churches. You got 30,000 people going to see one person. It's like a concert every Sunday, and you know, they live their life YOLO all week, and then Sunday they come and, you know, he checks their W-2s to make sure they giving the right amount of money every month so they could keep doing whatever they want to do all week.
You right.
Go raw.
But I mean, 30,000 people, I guess somebody's bound to be a pedophile, somebody's bound to be gay,
I mean, but
somebody's bound to be a jump off. So,
but you gotta also think about it, it's a business. Church is one of the biggest business plans ever invented. It's like college sports. Like you're selling somebody something that they'll never know they'll achieve it or really get it, but they're going to continuously give you their money in hopes of things getting better.
Hold on, you just said church is a business?
Yeah, it's a business.
Church is the Lord's home. It's a place to worship. Like,
yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, but it's got turned into a business.
I mean, why do you know what? I'm so sad that I know that, but it's just like that's why I don't like going to big churches. I like going to very small churches where the organ player can barely see the organ.
Yeah,
and I like
but
that.
You gotta look at it like this. Anytime something begins being sold, there's marketing plans behind it. How can we get more people in here? How can we sell more people to this? How can we get people to believe in this more and more? It's scare tactics, and you know,
I just don't like it.
There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a shady industry. That's why I say if you believe in God and you got a relationship with God
knows your heart.
He knows your heart. You don't gotta go to no bodybuilding and pray and give nobody no money every month. Like,
that's like every time I go to a church, if it's not the church I prefer, Faith Temple in Detroit, I always just like, it's never right. Like, I went to this church for New Year's out here last year, and it was cool. The service was great, and then at midnight they said we all had to pray. I'm cool with that. So they turned off all the lights. We had to like get on the floor and pray, and then it's like at midnight everybody just started no shalak no nata, like just
everybody got to know.
Yeah, and I looked up like, wait a minute, something ain't right. I looked up, I said somebody's lying. All y'all didn't.
And then you just seen them outside smoking cigarettes, cursing out their kids. Get off that.
I said, I'm sorry, I got to open up my eyes because somebody's lying.
It's a lot of buffoonery.
All y'all ain't got the tongue that quick.
I always tell everybody, like, the number one sold book in the world is the Bible.
Yeah.
And you gotta think about it like that. Any book, anything that's sold, it's a marketing plan behind it. You trying to get people to buy something. That's with any product.
It just
Somebody's
sounds good.
capitalizing.
Like I definitely believe.
Who's
in the
getting all
Bible.
this money off the Bible? You always see these churches talking about they raping little boys and pastors giving people HIV, but these dudes still getting rich. Like Eddie Long, when all that stuff happened, he was at church and this chick walked up and gave him a stack just right there. Here, pastor, keep raping them boys and paying them off. I was like, what?
I
Like,
know
that
that's
is
not
crazy.
what they was thinking though when they said that.
But that's
they
exactly
were thinking
what,
God will forgive them.
Yeah.
Pastor ain't do it. That's the devil trying to get to pastor.
Yeah, but that's the setup and the plan to make you keep believing that it's this magical thing, but you're chasing something that's never gonna happen.
Well, guess what? Oh, because like when I go to my church in Detroit that I go to when I'm there, I always feel like I really did get a message. I really feel like God sent a message through the pastor to me.
Yeah.
I always feel like that. Then I go to churches out here. It might even be that it's just too big. I can't
Sometimes
get it. I'm too distracted.
It's like horoscopes. You ever get a horoscope and be like, man, this is preaching my life. There's 1,000 other people that got that same horoscope that day. Said, man, this is preaching my life.
God to show you what you were supposed to get out of it.
Everybody's going through a certain amount of certain amount of things that's gonna make them feel like this thing is speaking to them. You gotta know when something is gained.
So what does it mean when you don't
gained.
go through that though? Like when you at church and you been there, you paying attention, you done shouted, clapped, did everything, and you left and had nothing. Like you didn't get nothing out of it.
I mean, it just
you knew what he was talking about. It just didn't have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it just, hey, today wasn't your day. Maybe next week he got something for you.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot. Like you don't know. You might go there and have everybody talk about your hair. Oh, look at her hair. I think I saw her at the club the other day. Like it's a big gossip
And I'm like,
thing.
how did you see me and he wasn't there
people
too, sir?
People are going to church to find marriage and wives, and women know that's where all the good men at. That's why all these guys are in here sleeping with all the women, all the men are sleeping with all the men. It's just a big cesspool of sex
and wine.
sex and all types of negative stuff that you really shouldn't be involving yourself in. Like none of that. Like once you in the church and your light bill go off and there's 30,000 people in your church, you can't call your pastor and be like, hey pastor, my lights went off. He ain't gonna know who you are because you don't got his number. He could walk past you and you could be dying on the street and he'd be like, man, that's crazy. You seen that lady dying? I wonder what church you go to. Like he gonna go about his business. He gotta get paid.
You know what? You really are hurting my feelings. I just feel like it's so many people that go to these churches that feel like they know they pastor and that is my pastor. And you just made me think
he's
they
a man.
Don't know nothing about them. Like
he's a person just like you are. He take poops, he breathes, he watches porno, he looks at TV, he watches the same stuff you do. He went through the same stuff you went through, just different. Like he just said, oh yo, we don't gotta pay taxes. They gonna give me money every Sunday, and then I get to keep building and make my church bigger so I can promote to more people. I get to have sex with all the women I want to have sex with.
I really don't think that's what these pastors be thinking. I think that they fall,
you remember,
and they get back up.
Hey, look at Pastor Mace. Now tell me you take it serious. Look how many people follow him.
How many people follow him?
He got like a $50,000 base and he's on TV every Sunday.
He is?
Yeah,
What channel he be on?
Oh no, he be on one of them little church channels.
TV. I watch Joel Osteen.
Yeah, that's the white dude that's so smiling.
Yeah,
and you're great. I like him. He's sneaky because he preaches a lot of the about the law of attraction. So all his things are on positive notation, positive thinking. It's a law of attraction. If you're thinking positive, you're gonna bring positive things into your existence.
It is.
That's a good way. I'm not mad at him. He doing his thing and he killing him.
I love how he always gives you something to work towards for the week. Just say hi to one person you don't know. Just ask somebody how their day is going. Like he always says something that makes you have a goal for the week. Like I like Joe.
It's all about inspiring people and making them feel like it's something more to life than the everyday crap that they go through. Because people are miserable in their everyday lives and they need to feel like there's something better. Most people are sad. Most people didn't grow up and be like, I want to work at Burger King and old child support and
But
can't
most
get a
people
car.
need to be realizing at least you got a job, because there are some people who don't have a job at all.
Yeah, but there's
So
more.
be thankful. It's always somebody in a worse situation that you can compare your situation to and be thankful that
When
you
your
made it.
lights is off and you look at the guy that's homeless outside, you don't be like, man, at least I'm not outside. You be like, man, my lights is off.
No,
This is still
me,
messed
I'll
up.
be like, at least I'm not outside. I'm gonna burn these candles and I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna turn this into something totally different.
Yeah,
like,
but you ain't never like, I ain't gonna let it get that bad. Like it's rough, but
thankful enough,
hey,
I haven't had my lights off, so
I know.
let's just pray that doesn't happen. Somebody else said just have a good relationship with God and have faith and you'll be fine. But I will tell you this though, my cable has been cut off. And I sure was Netflixing it up and on the internet.
Oh yeah.
Because I refused to pay my cable bill in my old apartment. I said, it's too high. I'm not paying that. Like, y'all can cut it
Because
off.
when you first
Forget
got it, it was $39.99,
And then they
all of a
bumped
sudden
me
it's
up about 6 months
$129.
later. And
You
I
like,
said, I'm not paying
$129?
that much
Wait.
money for TV. Like, no. But,
What about when it's off? Y'all still charging me for when it's off?
they sure didn't, because I was monitoring it too. They was deducting money every day that stuff was cut off. Because first when it got cut off, you know, I had to go ahead and just be ghetto and watch basic.
You gotta
for a
plug that
while.
wire back into the
Heck
back of the
yeah.
TV.
So I watched that.
That's how you get bounce TV.
I might do that just so I can watch me some Bounce. But now I got DVR. I got too much stuff hooked up to it, so I don't know. I might not be able to watch Bounce. But anyway, shout out to that pastor that provoked that entire conversation with his getting the monster out to people in his congregation.
And then praying for them.
My only question is though, like, what if this isn't true? This is like slander.
How many people gonna come out and be like, yo, you gave me AIDS? And
I'm
I
just
was
saying,
sleeping with
like,
a
if
pastor.
he don't have AIDS, like, if he gets tested and he doesn't have AIDS, then isn't that, like, you can't make it known that somebody has AIDS and they don't have it.
And she said, the lady said she got contacted by another girl that he was sleeping with and said, yo, you need to get yourself checked because I was sleeping with him and I have AIDS now. And then when she went and told him about it.
AIDS what?
And then when she told
He's
him
talking
about
about a pastor. In Atlanta, of course.
Eddie Long.
No.
not Eddie Long, it's Lamar Grant.
Didn't you just say his name?
Yeah, Lamar Davis.
Lamar Davis.
Pastor Lamar Davis.
Really?
Yeah.
He got that funk.
So ladies,
He
be
got
careful
that
out there.
bug. Stop going to church to find a man.
Yeah,
Stop going to church to mess with the pastor.
Yeah, stop
How
going
about
to
that?
church to find a man.
Dude, stop going to church to try to bone the women.
And dudes, stop going to church to bone the women. Cause strippers go to church too. That don't mean that good women are in church. Not saying all
Everybody
strippers are
goes
not
to
good women.
church.
I mean, just like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Everybody goes to church, so it's not like only good women go to church. You'll find a good. That's not true. Somebody made that up just to trick you into making another bad decision.
That's just like I don't know if y'all well, I know Ty doesn't, but it's a show out called R&B Divas, and y'all remember Monifa? Do you really want to touch it? That girl, she from the 90s. She's gay, and she's in a relationship with a woman by the name of Tori. She's like a is it called Butch?
Butch?
Yeah,
Bulldagger?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know if that's rude. I don't mean to be rude if it is. I'm sorry. But her daughter is
call
a
them
very
dudes.
very spiritual and person who's in the church, and she told her mom, honestly, I cannot support your union because God made man and woman. How would you feel if like your family didn't support you being? I mean, your own child didn't support your decision or your what you?
I feel like I didn't raise my child right. I feel like if my son said that, not that I would ever be gay, but I mean, if I was gay, my son said he wouldn't accept me. I feel like I didn't raise my son right.
I wouldn't feel like that. I would feel like I raised my child to be independent and to believe what she believes, but that would hurt.
Nah, I mean,
Like, you know how bad that must hurt.
That you didn't raise your child to respect people as individuals. You raised him to believe in the system, believe in the program, not question everything.
Well, I mean, like, people really do take the Bible very, very
yeah, but
seriously.
the Bible is man-made, and with anything man-made, you know, it's flaws.
That's true too, but
Years
I
ago,
just
how
feel
many
like
years
that
ago?
would hurt. I
think
just
about-
wanted to explain it. That hurts.
Think about it, the Bible like this. Like, how many years ago were black people not even allowed to read?
I don't know how it was. Not too long ago.
Yeah, when we were slaves and all that, we were killed for reading. So you think the Bible that was around since then was made for us, for our betterment? How does
I
that
don't
make
think
sense?
the Bible is made for blacks or whites or Asians or Hispanics. I think the Bible is a universal piece of literature.
Yeah.
That even if you read the Quran, a Bible, whatever it is, it's the same story, different words.
The Bible was translated from Hebrew by people who speak American. If you don't speak a country's language or don't understand their language, how can you translate something?
Well, obviously
that's
they
why
did.
There's so many. They did because that's what they did. They wrote it to suit their needs because they're trying to sell propaganda. They're trying to, do their thing. It's a system. It's a program that been working. It's one of the biggest.
I was just saying,
marketing
in most of the time in today's society, it's a child who's gay and the parents that don't support it. But could you imagine just being the parent who now realize this is the lifestyle that you fit into, this is who God wants you to be with, it's another woman, and your child does not support it. I just feel like that would just hurt. It hurt my soul when she said that. She said, I love you so much, but I don't agree with it and I can't support you on that.
And that's because she was indoctrinated by the churches and stuff that she went through that told her it's not right for you.
Do you go to church?
No, I don't blame.
Have you studied the Bible though?
I've read it.
Because I know a lot of people who don't go to church and they believe what they believe, but they have like legit researched and deciphered.
I've read it.
Went through the Bible and decided from there what they want to believe.
I've read it. I've looked up other religions. It's just it's a game. It's a system. They all have the same thing. There's this one guy who came back and did all this great stuff.
Right.
And
so I think
it's
some truth to it.
It's like a gang. Like if you was born in Cali, you'd probably be a Blood. But if you was born in a certain part of Cali, you'd be a Crip. So if you born in India, you a Hindu. You born in America,
but then you got that person that's a Crip that decides, let me research this religion thing that I
that's
do,
how they
and they might find that I'm actually more of a Blood. I believe what they believe in. It's just like a sorority. It's all the same thing. It's just which one do you want to
But a lot of times it's about the influences around you. If you're around people that their influences are showing you that it's more suitable for you to be this Blood or more suitable to be this Crip, then you're gonna go with what the trend is or what's the move around you. You're not gonna be the only person eating cookies and everybody else eating pizza.
I would.
Like, I'm hungry too.
I would.
I want some hot food. I don't want no cookies.
I'll eat them cookies. All that. Like I'm very much so do what I want to do type person.
You can tell that about from your personality because you're one of the 1% of people that actually speak up and question what's going on. Like most people just go with the flow. Most people are sheep. That's why you can herd them anyway. A person like Jay-Z says 30's the new 20, put the button-ups on and everybody throws away $30,000 jersey.
That is Ty's.
Like it is what
that
it
is his go-to analogy, whatever you call it. That is what he man, I heard that man say that so many times, but that's true. That's just like when I went to the Jay-Z concert and that man was like, everybody put your lighter up and say hove up. I said, wait a minute now, this something ain't right.
Yeah.
Like, why is it a billion people in here with lighters yelling your name like that? I wouldn't even feel comfortable if I was up there and y'all was doing that to me, chanting at me.
You get on that stage and you got that energy of those people just going crazy.
You like that? I was doing it though at first. And I looked around like
it's a control thing because you go even when you're on stage as a comedian, you got everybody laughing and enjoying themselves. Like you're feeding off their energy, so their energy turns up your energy and you're feeding off it. So if you're on a stage and you're making everybody chant your name and do lighters and do whatever you say, it's a control thing.
That's too godlike.
Power goes to anybody's head.
I'm not doing that. I did it. Then I thought about it when I looked. I'm always doing something with everybody else, and I kind of look around and realize something ain't right.
Yeah, it's a bigger drug than any drug that you can really take. That ego and that stage thing. That's why people go crazy. That's why you see them. You be like, yo, they got so much money. Why is she crying and so sad and all that? Cause she is miserable.
What we need to do is try to do this. Make people do all that with no money. If you a bad mother if you can really make people follow you and do what you say and you ain't got a dime. It's just strictly based off what you say. Pastors do it all the time.
Those be those small churches. Those when you actually go in and
everybody had to start somewhere. Every church didn't start off with $1 billion.
Shook everybody's hand.
You got, yeah.
It depends
Shake
on what
hands,
you're trying to
kiss
sell.
babies, do what you gotta do.
Let a church start talking about us accept gay people and gay marriages and all that stuff. You think he wouldn't be thumbing through that check right now? It'd be so
I was
many
gonna
gay
say
people.
it's gonna be gay people.
Man.
I thought you was about to say something else. I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, they'd be all over. It'd be like Chick-fil-A day all over again.
Shoot. Anyway, though, we're gonna go to a brief break. We still got the battle of the baddest reality stars going on right now. We're on Jocelyn versus Danger, and I haven't checked to see what people have been saying, so we're looking at that. If you want to give your comment, 770-257-9728. If you want to talk about what we're talking about now, this pastor going around giving these women a monster. How y'all feel about that? It's WSCT Radio. We'll be right back in a moment.
Yeah.